The hippopotamus is one of the most feared animals in Africa, weighing up to 4,000 pounds, with jaws that can crush a watermelon like a grape, and a temper that makes them one of the most dangerous animals to humans. Hippos seem unstoppable. They even scare off crocodiles and elephants sometimes. But what if I told you there are animals out there that could actually defeat a hippo? That is what we are exploring today. 5 animals powerful, clever, or deadly enough to challenge them. Number 5. The saltwater crocodile. The saltwater crocodile is basically a living dinosaur, and it is the closest thing nature has to a real-life monster. Growing over 20 feet long and weighing more than a ton, salties are the apex predators of rivers and coastlines from Australia to Southeast Asia. Unlike the Nile crocodile that often clashes with hippos, the saltwater croc is even bigger, stronger, and nastier. So how could a saltwater crocodile defeat a hippo? Well, the hippo has size, but the croc has patience. Crocodiles are ambush predators. They lurk silently under the water, waiting for the perfect chance. A hippo straying into salty territory would not be in control anymore. If the croc got a hold of the hippo's leg, belly, or even its head, it could drag it into deeper water where the hippo's breath-holding ability eventually fails. The croc's bite force is measured at over 3,700 pounds per square inch, stronger than any other animal on Earth. Even the hippo's own famous bite force does not come close. While a single bite may not kill the hippo immediately, the saltwater crocodile uses the death roll, a terrifying spinning maneuver that rips apart flesh and breaks bones. One roll, and the hippo would lose a limb. Eventually, exhaustion and blood loss would decide the battle. Of course, this would not be an easy win. Hippos are known to kill Nile crocodiles, and they can put up a ferocious fight. But if the battleground is deep water and the crocodile is a massive 20-footer, the odds swing in favor of the reptile. This is one of those matchups where patience and ambush power could overwhelm even a hippo. Number 4, the orca, killer whale. Now we are leaving Africa's rivers and going into the ocean. Picture this. A hippo somehow ends up in salt water and drifts into orca territory. It may sound like the start of a strange movie, but in terms of raw power, orcas are one of the few animals that could easily deal with a hippo. Orcas are apex predators of the ocean, reaching lengths of over 30 feet and weighing up to 10 tons. They are not just powerful, they are highly intelligent, hunting in coordinated pods like a pack of wolves. While a hippo is built for brute strength and intimidation, the orca is built for strategy and efficiency. Here's how it would go down. The orca would use teamwork to isolate the hippo, pushing it into deeper water. Then, like they do with seals, sharks, and even whales, they would strike from underneath, ramming the hippo with enough force to break ribs. Orcas are also known for drowning prey by dragging them under until they cannot breathe. The hippo's ability to hold its breath for 5 minutes would not save it against a 10-ton predator working with a team. And let us not forget the teeth. Orcas have interlocking conical teeth designed to crush through blubber, bone, and flesh. Against the relatively soft underbelly of a hippo, it would be game over very quickly. In fact, the hippo is almost too small to even be considered prey for an orca. This is like putting a heavyweight boxer against a tank. There is only one outcome. Number 3, the elephant. Let us come back to dry land, because this one is closer to home for the hippo. If there is one animal that can confidently put a hippo in its place, it is the African elephant. These giants are the largest land animals on Earth, weighing up to 14,000 pounds, more than 3 times heavier than even the biggest hippo. Elephants and hippos do cross paths in the wild, and the encounters are not pretty. While hippos often act aggressive to show dominance, they usually think twice when an elephant is around. Why? Because elephants are not just huge. They are strong enough to uproot trees, toss logs, and flatten almost anything in their path. In a showdown, an elephant could easily overpower a hippo by sheer mass. Imagine a hippo charging at an elephant. It would be like a compact car ramming into a semi-truck. The elephant could gore the hippo with its tusks, lift it with its trunk, or even trample it. There are recorded cases of elephants killing hippos, usually when resources like water holes are scarce. In one dramatic incident, an elephant was seen flipping a hippo onto its back and stabbing it with its tusks. That kind of raw strength is something no hippo can withstand. This fight is not about patience or strategy. It is pure, overwhelming power. If an elephant decides it does not want a hippo in its territory, the hippo has no chance. Number 2, the lion pride alone. A lion would not stand much of a chance against a healthy adult hippo. But lions are social hunters, and when you add teamwork into the equation, suddenly the hippo is in serious danger. Lions are known for taking down prey much larger than themselves: buffalo, giraffes, and even young elephants. What gives them the edge is coordination. A pride can work together to surround a hippo, attacking from multiple angles at once. While the hippo can easily crush a single lion with its jaws, it cannot defend itself from a dozen claws and teeth attacking its flanks. The lion's strategy would be to exhaust the hippo, targeting its legs and biting at vulnerable spots until blood loss and fatigue kick in. Once the hippo is down, it is finished. There are actual reports from Africa of lions successfully taking down hippos, usually at night when the hippos leave the water to graze. In the darkness, hippos are more vulnerable, and lions exploit that. What makes this so fascinating is the contrast in fighting styles. The hippo relies on raw power and intimidation. The lions rely on precision teamwork and endurance. In nature, brains plus numbers often beat brawn, which is why the lion pride earns a spot on this list. Number 1. Humans. As much as we like to imagine these animal battles, the uncomfortable truth is that the only creature that truly dominates hippos is us, humans. Despite the hippo's size, strength, and aggression, humans have tools, intelligence, and teamwork that no animal can match. Historically, hippos were hunted for their meat, their teeth, and sometimes just because they posed a danger to villages near rivers. Spears, arrows, and later firearms gave humans the ability to take down even the mightiest hippos. And unfortunately, hippos have suffered greatly from habitat destruction and hunting pressure caused by humans. Today, while protected in many areas, hippos are still vulnerable to poaching. But beyond hunting, humans are the only species that can alter an entire ecosystem, draining rivers, damming lakes, and changing the hippo's environment to the point where they struggle to survive. In a one-on-one fight, no unarmed human could ever hope to defeat a hippo. But as a species, humans have proven to be the ultimate predator, not just of hippos, but of every large animal on Earth. That makes us the number 1 entry on this list, though it is not something to brag about, but rather to reflect on. The hippo is one of the most dangerous animals alive, feared even by the fiercest predators in Africa. But no animal is completely invincible. Whether it is the raw strength of the elephant, the teamwork of lions, the patience of a saltwater crocodile, the overwhelming power of orcas, or the intelligence of humans, the hippo does have challengers out there. And that is the beauty of nature. Every creature has strengths and weaknesses, and survival often comes down to strategy, timing, and environment. So next time you see a hippo basking in the river, remember, it may look like the undisputed king of the waterhole, but there are animals out there that could take it down.